Hello and welcome to Cities Skylines. So today, I made the largest possible dam in the game. Now, I did make a video of creating it and stuff, but I think I'm going to do that another time because it was a really long and complicated process, and it's more interesting just to see it at work. Right now, it is filling up with water, and there's two things we're going to be doing. We're going to A, see if it can actually handle the amount of water we're pouring into it, and B, we're going to put it against the tallest building I have, which is the New World Trade Center. So while it's filling, let's go ahead and do that. So here we have a road, and I'll just connect this together, and we'll put our singular building. I don't want it to be night right now, thank you. Can I just have it be day? It'll be day in a bit. Okay, let's go to monuments. Let's go to my fanciest monument. Oh, come on. One World Trade Center, there we go. Fantastic. Now we have quite the tall building. But will it be able to survive the wave created from destroying a dam this large? That's the question. So we'll make it wind powered. How's it going? Actually, you know what? Let's make it more interesting. We'll make it nuclear powered. Because nothing's better than... Oh god. There's never been an incident with a tsunami hitting a nuclear power plant before. Definitely. It's so low to the ground, it's actually glitching. Because it's at ground level 0. Okay, let's put down the nuclear power plant. There we go. And now we have power. Let's get some water. Hey! Look at that. I have a great source of water. It's fantastic. However, it's a slight issue because it's gonna flood. But I'm sure you're okay with that. Ocean thermal energy plant. That sounds great for power. Oh, it flooded. Oh well. It's functioning fine. I'm sure everything's gonna be okay. Oh, they need sewage too. You know, I'm gonna stop bothering with this considering we are almost at the full point. The water is still spilling in. Will it start letting out water? That's question number 1. And will it start letting out enough water to not overflow? I don't know how the physics work on the dams. I don't know how big they can get. All I know is that I'm very good at doing ridiculous things with water in Cities Skylines. Oh! It's getting towards the top. Is the dam gonna let out water? There's the front of it. It's so close. You should be able to set how high the water goes. That would be pretty cool. The water is pouring over on this side, but the dam is so big that the sides don't really have an even amount. Damn. You've got to get to work. I'll help you out. I'll clear out the... Oh, I did clear out the side things. Now, you're just flooding, my friend. I'll help by evening out the side, but... Are you going to start letting water out, or are you just going to flood? Let's set it to always day, because this is getting frustrating. Day night cycle off. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually see. So we do have a lot of flooding, but is it going to let water through? It's so high to the top of the main part of the dam. Now, I know it has to get to, like, the very edge, but it's close. And it's overflowing over here. It may just not be realistic to have a dam this big in this game. That's sad. I had some ideas for projects. Oh, there it goes! It's moving! Okay, it's letting water out the front. Now, how much water is it letting out? It's making the full 1600 megawatts. That's the most it can make. I don't think the dam can physically output enough water. But it looks like the entire dam's letting out? No, it's just pouring over. Okay, so that answers that question. It cannot keep up with the amount of water behind it. If you were to make a dam this big. Although, it is speeding up the amount of water that's coming out. That's rising. Holy moly, that's a lot of water. That's like the equivalent of an absolutely ginormous water source. But that is not enough. Now, the water is going to hit, but it only gets interesting once the dam breaks. So, question, can the dam deal with the water amount that would be required to fill such a dam? No, not really. The dams do have a limit to how much water they can handle. This is way above the amount. Now, if you're to just slowly fill it up with a few sources, it would work. And that's the less lazy way to do it, and that would work. So, it is possible to have a dam this big be productive. It would just take up half of your Cities Skylines map and take a very long time to get working. It would, however, make a whole lot of power. But once again, Cities Skylines has caps on this stuff. You can only get the power up to 1,600 megawatts. And at this point, I don't think it's worth it. $4 million, you can get that 1,600 megawatts in a few other ways. So now that we've murdered most of the water sources, let's check on this. So the water level just from exiting the dam is through the first few, like, 20 floors. There goes our nuclear reactor. But, oh, you can actually see the effect of the dam sucking this much water through. Look at how much water it's pushing through. That's insane. It's creating a massive vortex. Oh, that's weird. That's it just pulling the water out. So that's actually pretty intense. It's outputting a lot of water now. Much more than it was before. That's pretty insane. It's still only making 1,600 megawatts though, but it's making waves that are so strange. They're freaking out. They're getting spiky. Very high frequency. But the question we were waiting for, the question to end all questions. Will the dam destroy the tallest tower I have when broken? I guess we're gonna see now. So let's save, just in case I want to use this for testing again. Maybe I'll get a cool comment. And we've broken it. The largest dam I could make is now flooding into the water. Now, one thing is that this water is blocked off to this height here because of how I had to build the dam. You can't have dams over a certain height. So that gives the World Trade Center an advantage. However, the waves coming up are absolutely ridiculous. This is a beautiful picture right here. This is fantastic. I'm just going to go from this angle because this gives you a scale of the waves. Absolutely massive. Let's look at it from another angle. From here, the World Trade Center doesn't seem too tall, especially as it gets closer. But will it be taller than it? No, I don't think it'll get taller. Although these waves over here are contributing, this land blockage is going to prevent most of the strike. But this is still pretty painful. Here it goes. Will it destroy it? It's moving up over the tower, and it's going around. But it looks like the tower is going to survive. Unless the water level gets higher. It will take a lot more to take this tower down. That's pretty intense, though. So first off, Cities Skylines tower breaking mechanics is completely based on if the water goes over the ceiling. If the water went over the roof of this, it would be game over. However, it's just making the dams, you can only make them so tall. Which gives it a huge issue. But there's one more thing we can do to try to see how it would work. And we will do that right now, which is getting rid of that little inhibitor when we break the dam. And any second now. Any second. Do 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 do. Okay. Here we oh. Yeah, it was already somewhat flooded at this point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this, and we're gonna go into our extra landscaping tools, and we're gonna set the brush size very large, and we're gonna just rip down this wall completely. We are going to let the full force of the water smack right into the center. This is all gonna fall, which may freak it out more or less. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna get rid of everything in the way of the water, and we're just gonna let it hit. Because I'm slightly curious if this volume of water is enough. And here we go. The entire ocean level is dropping because it's spreading. But it is not short either. There's also another massive wave coming behind it. So we're already about halfway up, which is about the height it hit before. So this is definitely going to do more damage. I'm just not sure how much. Let's get a nice angle here. Nice and dramatic looking up at the tower. How well will it do? Here comes the first wave. It's about to hit. Any second now. And... wow. That ridge over there is absolutely massive. It's going up another, like, 100 meters. If one of those hits, it may actually be able to take out the tower, but it's mostly concentrated towards the sides. The center is seeping downwards, which gives the tower a bigger chance, but here's the initial hit, which is getting already taller than the last one. Still not enough to do any damage, but here's the secondary wave from the back. And this may actually be enough to do it. Especially this right here, which is rising once again about 100 meters above everything else. And it's going towards the tower. Actually, it's going pretty much for a direct hit with the tower. It's going in this direction. Or it's just going forward, but it'll still hit. We'll see how this goes. It's slowly losing height, though, as it goes on. But is it losing height quickly enough that it won't do the damage? It's gonna be tall. It's definitely gonna be tall. The problem is the water's draining so quickly. I'm not sure it's gonna be able to knock it over. I could have built the dam taller up to the limit of the world, but I was running into lag problems. That could be physically done, but it would just look kind of stupid because the dams do have a physical max height. And then you have to fill everything under it with dirt. Yeah, so that calmed down a bit before it hit, but it's a lot closer to the top of the tower than the last one. I don't think it's actually going to destroy the tower. Like I said, it needs to usually go above the tower to break it. But that got pretty high. Got pretty close there. And what could push it over is a well-placed meteor. Why are there two disaster tabs? This disaster tab, okay, that's weird. If we put a well-placed meteor, I know this is just getting ridiculous now, but if we put a well-placed meteor right in the center there, it's going to create a wave that should be able to destroy it. If the meteor doesn't destroy it already. Yeah, I probably should factor that in. Come on, meteor. Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for us to you to grace us with your presence. fantastic presence of fire and doom. There you are. Where are you, meteor? There you are. There's a wave. Actually, that wave may actually not be big enough either. The water is so deep that didn't really do much. Okay, well, what if we hit it with like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 meteors in a row. How about that, game? Are you gonna fight me now? The woman's gonna be really speaking quickly now. A meteor is going to strike, is going to strike, is going to strike.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately.
Oh, maybe she'll only say it once. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the waves are getting up there. Come on. Can you do it? Yes. So close. Wow. This building is just invincible. We created like a massive bowl. Well, the answer is no. We can't destroy it. So thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. This was pretty ridiculous.